Man, my feet hurt like hell. I think I broke my foot and then I jacked the other one up in the middle of my sleep one night. And I have not been moving well.
How'd you break your foot in your sleep?
No, I fucked my left foot up in my sleep. I broke my right foot at work.
Oh.
He tried to get up out of a chair real quick when the boss walked in.
I wasn't sure if he,
up in it.
I wasn't sure if he caught it on the trim underneath Jason's desk.
Anyway.
You know, if you got the flat-toed cowboy boots, it helps from twisting your ankle.
I guess you'd be the one to ask.
No,
yeah.
I don't have.
Sounds like you know.
I don't have flat-tip cowboy boots.
I don't either, but he does.
Yeah, I'm a rhinestone cowboy.
Mm-hmm. SmashCastBros, keep it local, keep it cash. Tell the feds to kiss your ass. I'm Ty.
I'm Moo.
I'm Trigger.
What do? We only date right-handed women. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. We're gonna call in here any minute, probably. So.
Well,
I've got a few notes that I actually took.
He seems like he's getting good and lubed up tonight. Again.
Good. I think my kids are going to run out here and get some cash. Get into my notes. What do you guys got? Weekly bitches? That was mine. My feet are killing me.
So I was at Meijer the other night. And I'm doing a little bit of clearance aisle shopping, and all of a sudden I see... Sorry, I didn't see. I heard, "Hey, Jeremy," and vroom. Who the fuck was that? And a minute later, "Hey, Jeremy," and then they turn around, and one girl that is walking up behind me is pushing her brother around in a cart with water in it.
Those ones?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you want to say something about that? Were you pushing your brother around with water in the cart?
Yeah.
You want to come here for a second? Sit next to Moody. Just stand next to Moody for a second. Tell him what you did with me earlier today.
I shot a gun.
Which one?
The.
Her 22, and then she shot El Cheapo 5.56.
Really? How'd you like it?
It was good.
Yeah.
She shot 5 mags.
No,
I got a bunch of video.
Were you just shooting at the hill, or were you actually target shooting
gongs.
with it?
She was hitting steel. I got video.
And you were doing good with hitting the gongs with it?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Next time your dad takes you out, snag a full magazine for me, please.
No, those are not cheap.
No, that's awesome.
You cost me a little money today, but it was worth it to see you hitting steel. You did good. I'm proud of you.
I'm glad you moved up from the 22 to a little bit bigger round, a little bit more powerful.
223.
No. Still, it has a little bit more punch behind it. That way,
she grabs. She goes, "Wow, it's a lot heavier." And I'm like, "Yeah, because it's not all plastic like the 10 or the 15, 20. What are the, they call it AR-1522 was yours. The other one's just a AR-15.
But I'm glad you took the opportunity to shoot it.
It was nice.
That's great.
She held it right into her shoulder. Did your shoulder hurt at all?
No.
No. See.
Good.
It shouldn't. It's a 22.
No, that's 5.56. But we even got way back. We walked way back by the woods and shot that 22 trying to hit the gong. She hit it a couple times, but I think that scope's off. It's set for.
Yeah, she didn't make up. Or, not saying she.
No, it shot to the right a little bit.
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm like, all right, I'm going to find it. So I started shooting around the.
Well, was there a little bit of a breeze going too? And with
yeah,
22 at a longer range, that wind's going to make up for it. Oh yeah,
it was whipping
that windage
way.
is going to.
Yeah, you gotta try to like calculate where the wind's going. So you gotta aim a little bit more. So if it's like the wind's going here, you gotta aim a little bit more over here, so that you can hit it.
I think that scope's off a little bit.
And maybe. But either way, I'm proud that you moved up to trying a bigger
boy
caliber.
Guns. Big kid guns.
That means you're making progress. That's good.
Nah.
I didn't say big boy gun. I just said a bigger caliber.
Yeah. But she definitely knew it. She knew it was there when she fired it. I'll have to show you the video.
Good.
I can't get on her Instagram anymore. I don't know what happened.
Did you get it banned?
No, but I'd post that video. But all right, go eat. She had to come get some cash from me so she could eat. Bye.
So yeah, that happened to Meyer the other night. Seeing these two unruly kids pushing the cart around, and every time they pass me, hi Jeremy, gone.
Do you know why we sent them to Myers to get
Yes,
water?
because somebody put too much cleaner in the tank and they had to dilute the water.
That was part of it.
Oh, that was the story that I heard.
That was the story that they got. And it was. The water was bad, but yeah, I had to clean out the tank.
Somebody puke in it?
No.
Oh.
I had to clean out the tank.
Oh,
The tank.
okay.
Yeah. Actually, I probably should have done that before we started this, but I was busy outside doing yard work.
See, there was fire going out there.
Yeah, we're getting rid of that fence. We're going to get rid of the whole fence, and we're going to...
Oh, you talked her into it? Because last weekend she wasn't very keen on it. She was like, no.
It's a little late now because I already started burning some of it.
Hey, by all means, I'm just saying that she wasn't too keen on getting rid of it last weekend.
By next weekend, that's all going to be dirt.
Ashes?
Yeah. Dirt out there.
Nice.
Anyway, so I don't know if we want to go into the notes quite yet. We can. I'll start at the bottom, work my way up. Ram trucks
Okay.
are getting back into the mini truck scene.
Bringing back the Dakotas.
Well, hold on.
They're calling it a Rampage, starting at 34K.
Jesus.
So they call them mini trucks, but they are still huge compared to what mini trucks used to be.
He's not lying.
Because your president and his EPA set it so that emission standards are based on the size of the vehicle.
Let me see.
So if it's a larger vehicle, they get away with more shit. That's why the Ranger is the size of an F-150 from the 90s. Because they can get looser emission standards. That's also why SUVs are getting large. Pickups are getting bigger. Everything. It is fucking dumb.
So there's a picture of it. It looks just like the Big Brother.
It looks like it's owned by a French company. Because it is.
I was going to say, it looks like a freaking, what's the Nissan Ridgeline?
That's a Honda Ridgeline.
Nissan
Honda Ridgeline.
Titan.
No, it looks like a Honda Ridgeline. See,
So the price of the 2024 Ram Rampage is expected to start around 34K and go up to 46K depending on trim options. The Laramies 34, Rebel 36, and RT 46 estimate 288 horsepower.
You know what's cheaper than buying that truck? A rainbow flag for the back of your car.
Stang.
What
The
engines are
Rampage is
available in
currently
it?
sold in Brazil is a strong indicator that the littlest Ram could share the 268 horsepower turbocharged 2-liter inline 4 from the Hornet GT, which sounds awful because that Hornet is a piece of shit. Maybe the engine's great. I don't know.
American-made 2-liter turbo.
The hybrids are 288 horsepower.
Yeah, but the truck probably weighs $5,000.
I mean, from the rear end picture with the tailgate, it looks like the new Ford Rangers.
A little bit, yeah.
It does. Tail lights and tailgate.
Oh, don't you love the plastic trim all the way across the bottom? Oh, we have a caller.
All right.
There, you don't need this. All right, Alan.
Can you hear us?
You're on. You should be able to hear us. Alan.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Got volume on him?
Yeah, he's all the way up.
Can you hear us all right?
Yeah, I can hear both. Yeah.
Good.
You should be able to hear all three of us.
Yeah, I just didn't talk.
Oh, yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I can hear Shredder now.
You got any... We're going over complaints for the week. You got any bitches for the week?
Besides that lazy Ty taking Fridays off again.
Oh no, I
he
take
does too.
I
Fridays
just said
too.
he takes
So
Fridays off too.
we're in the same. We're in the same boat. Let's see, any bitches for the week? I don't think so. It was a pretty good week. Got a lot done on the house. Got a lot accomplished at work this week, and been pretty good. So.
Got any funny stories?
Just so last weekend I smoked some smoked some meatloaf, and I brought it into work for a couple people, and now I've been requested to make 30 pounds of meatloaf.
Judas Priest.
Make that 31. I am a little hungry.
I was gonna say, make sure you bring some back to the shop too, buddy.
So yeah, no problem. I guess I'm going into the full-time meatloafing business.
I mean, Moody's already got one made. It's just like hidden behind a shirt.
Right? Yeah, I get
What do they
that.
say?
I mean,
Don't let your meat loaf.
yeah. So no, one of them approached me and said, "Get me an ingredient list, and I'll get everything, and you can make it. So, and we'll pay you for it." So, yeah.
Alan's on the phone with us, right? AKA Goose. You need to come out here and sit with us one night, and face to face, it's a lot more fun.
You need to get your dad out of the house. Come sit with us too.
I know my dad just left about 10 minutes ago from here. So
Get your dad out of the bar to come see
I
us.
was trying to get him to stick around a little bit longer, but it didn't work. They're on the way back from their Brimley birthday casino tour.
Oh yeah, Dad just had a birthday.
Spending all his retirement fundage.
Yep, 64 on the 2nd of April. So
Nice.
Happy retirement, Dad.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
He deserves it. He's got some really good trucker stories, and he's got a lot of them.
He does. He's 43 years behind the wheel, and you see a lot of good, you see a lot of bad, unfortunately. Some stuff you can't get rid of, and some stuff you'd like to see again.
God, he started driving when Ty was getting out of high school.
Yeah.
And I was thinking the stuff that he's seen as bad was mostly when he worked with Ty.
Right, exactly. We've all seen those pictures.
Oh, yes.
He takes particular glee in sharing them.
I'll enlighten you two. Alan is all of a sudden a connoisseur of sticky buns.
Oh, yeah, that was...
Based on the size of him, I'd say he always was.
I don't miss many meals, if anybody listening knows me. So.
We have no room to talk. Neither one of us do either.
No.
Yeah, that's a little joke that happened this week. Somebody's filter switch was disabled for about 10 seconds. And, yeah, it made for a very interesting look from a few people.
The dispatcher had a donut there. What did you call it?
He had a big old cinnamon roll sitting there, and I said, "Oh, look, Ty, somebody brought you a cinnamon roll today." And that's not how the reciprocation went from Ty.
I turned around and went, "Oh, I think he's got some sticky buns for you." Right in front of everybody.
Oh,
Everybody else went, "Oh." Ray, the old man, just busted out laughing. He had no couth. He just busted out laughing. I'm like, "Ooh, at least somebody got it."
Once
he laughed, I felt like I was in the clear.
I let that go and continued on about my business.
It was probably your best interest, buddy.
Shuffle out before the HR call starts.
Yep.
They were sticky buns.
They were. Did look good too, by the way.
What, Ty sticky buns?
Yeah.
It's weird that you were checking out Ty's buns.
Yeah, Alan follows it up with, and the donuts looked okay too.
So what all did you get done on the house this week?
Oh, let's see. Oh, here comes my dog.
Well, I guess the more accurate question, given who we're talking to, is how much beer did you get done on the house this week?
Well, I don't drink on school nights, so that takes a little bit away from me. But I sent Ty a little video earlier at the shop, and we've got the house is 98% done. Have to build some shelving for the pantry and some shelving.
Do some trim.
For the closet. No, all the trim's done. All the doors are in. Everything's everything's done. All the appliances are hooked up. The ice machine's making ice, and
Speaking of
You
door,
want to talk about bougie? He's got an ice
how'd that
machine.
garage door fare?
good.
'Cause I know
It
you were a
ended
little
up-
bit upset about it yesterday.
Yeah, so for anybody listening, I am in the process of building a barndominium, a large barndominium up in Big Rapids, and it's been a year-long project that we have taken the undertaking of doing ourselves with the help of friends and family. So,
West House.
yeah, so we've hired out a few things here and there, but we've pretty much done it all ourselves.
Sounds like a lot of work.
So you were
Yeah,
saying the other day there was like 50 or so % done on steel hanging on the inside, so you get the electrical finish.
Yeah, everything's done as of right now. I'm actually sitting in it right now in the garage with the heater on, and 3 of the 4 walls are done. And the only reason the 4th wall's not done is we're waiting for the drywaller to come back to finish installing the firewall, the drywall firewall,
Okay.
and that's the last wall to be steeled. Everything else is done now. So
Say the inspector got to come back once he hangs that drywall to see that there's drywall, and then you can hang the steel.
he said I can send him pictures, so when I take pictures of it, it's just got to be. It's getting all covered in steel, so it's just got to be fire taped, which I think is really stupid that it has to. All that has to be done, even though I'm covering it in steel. But yeah, so the whole shop, the shop side of the house is 42 by 62 deep, 42 wide by 62 deep, and it's all finished in white steel.
That'll make it bright on the inside with some.
It
good
is bright.
lighting.
I'm sitting in here right now with
Getting a tan.
yeah, and the main part because it's so 14 foot of it is a lean-to on the back that's fully enclosed, and we left the wall open between the back wall between the shop and the lean-to's open with a garage door in it, so everything toys can come in there and not plug up the main area. But there is 9 4-foot, 29,000 lumen LEDs in the main part. And then there's 2 2-foot, 29,000. Wow, those are like 20. And just the lean-to part.
Now,
Plus a few can lights for the bar area.
Did you do 12-foot ceiling or 12-foot eaves or 14-foot eaves?
It's actually 16 foot, and the 2 main garage doors are 14 by 14. And then there's a garage door
big
coming.
money into those.
Yeah, those are on the. So all my main garage doors come in on the eave end, and then on the gable end of the lean-to is a 10 by 10 to come in the end of the lean-to.
Okay.
So,
Sounds like a pretty good setup.
yes, everything's spray foamed. There's like 4 to 5 inches of spray foam in all the walls, and then the ceilings are blown in with cellulose.
Oh,
Now, are they worried about any condensation with the steel siding with the spray foam on it? I know that there's been people say that they've had their fiberglass bats fill with water in the walls because of the condensation. If they don't, or if it doesn't drain out, is there any potential for that?
No, we Tyvek everything, so there's a vapor barrier between the steel and the foam.
Okay.
So the whole outside's Tyvek, and then actually on the roof is actually sheeted with plywood. And then there's a specific vapor barrier. It's like a synthetic. There's a specific paper to roll out that is made just for steel. Because if you use regular tar paper, they're having issues with it, rotting the steel. So they make a specific one for steel roofing. So the whole roof is sheeted, and then it's got another vapor barrier, and then it's sheeted with steel on top of that. So
Nice.
so you don't get the sweat and the condensation from the ceiling or from the roof.
Nice.
Well, barndominiums are definitely coming a long way, and they're super popular over the last 10 years or so. They've really taken off, and there's a ton of Facebook pages, Instagram pages,
Instagram,
probably X, Twitter, whatever.
Shit,
and there's so many
published
variations.
books on them.
Yeah, you can get magazines on them, books on them.
Really, for anybody looking to build a house,
That's the way to go. Have you
bang
guys
for the
built the
buck.
store?
We designed this one ourselves for the most part. Just kind of laid it out, the dimensions we wanted, and what we wanted to do. And then, so the house part is 30 by 48. Part of it's 12-foot ceilings, part of it's 9-foot ceilings, open concept, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And we just gave the dimensions to the lumberyard and said, this is what we're looking for. They laid it out. And once we poured the concrete, we went through and snapped chalk lines on the floor with the actual 3.5 width wall.
Okay.
And laid out all the rooms, erased the doorways. So we laid the whole house out on the floor so we could see dimensions of rooms. And then we adjusted everything from there. So it was kind of a general layout, and then
Get a feel for the actual size instead of just numbers on a sheet.
yeah, exactly.
He
So you can
walked
see
through
how
the
everything.
chalk line walls like Cribs, MTV Cribs, and this is where the magic happens.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, we actually laid out, you know, like our king bed is going to sit right here, is where our bed's going to go. So it had to be, you know, we wanted to make sure we had room to get around it and do everything. The spare, so the master bath has just a 9-foot tall, 4-foot by 4-foot tiled shower, walk-in shower, and then the spare it's a 1-piece bathtub. We got friends come up with little kids, and
Yeah,
It's
bathtub
kinda-
to clean up.
yeah, we kind of, you know, wife likes to soak in a tub once in a while after a few Tito's and sodas, and
Now,
we,
your sewer
So-
pipes, did you do 6-inch sewer pipes? Because if Ty comes up there to use the restroom,
He's gonna clog.
you got to be able to flow a lot of shit coming out of his
I
ass.
plan on breaking one
luckily,
of them in.
luckily it's a short run to the septic tank, so it's all 4-inch. But she's got, they all got good slope on them, so it ought to really be real
Okay.
suck.
Maybe,
But I
maybe
do only
if you
have
flush it, it'll suck the shit out of his ass then.
Right.
Yeah, but you'll hear it.
Yeah,
You'll hear it hit the tank.
That's great until he starts.
Well, we did put all handicap elongated bowls in, so I mean he's got a lot of room to stretch out.
Amen for that. Ours is
He
a
sure
short
as hell
round.
you
It
do the
sucks.
elongated toilets. You sure as hell don't have to worry about his pecker hitting the front.
No, they all know.
What'd you do for flooring?
It's all the LVP laminate,
So for
Okay.
people that don't know that, the luxury vinyl plank.
luxury vinyl plank. It's 22 mils wear thickness, so it's got a thick wear, lifetime warranty. It's all floating floor, all snapped together.
Now, did you
Came
put
right from
that?
Home Depot.
Did you put that right on the concrete, or is there
Yes,
a sealer
because
between the concrete or anything between the? I guess for a moisture coming through there with the heat.
No,
and everything.
it went right on the concrete because it has a backer on it already.
Okay.
Plus, on the house, one thing we didn't do was in-floor heat, which everyone asks in-floor heat, which there's positives, there's negatives of it. We did forced air with ductwork because we were doing central air too.
Gotta have
But
something.
you got, if I'm building something new, I'm putting central air in it. Like I'm fat and I'm hairy. I wear my sweater vest year round, so
Yeah, so's Ty, but he still can't turn his on.
No, he changed
Right,
it
I
off the
know.
one time.
I shave it off every once in a while.
right. So,
Woody looks like Bigfoot.
but the under the concrete of the house is insulated.
Okay.
So it's insulated. It's 2-inch foam board under it with like a 6 mil plastic too. So it does have vapor barrier under the concrete.
Okay. That'll help with a lot of the condensation coming through the sweat on the concrete then.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, it should get right. It shouldn't have any problems with it. we were trying to figure out how much concrete we got in this place. It's a ton. So I think the first pour for just the garage was 34 yards for the garage.
Now, did you do 4-inch thick or 6-inch thick floors?
It's all 4-inch.
Okay.
Didn't put any fiber in it. Didn't put anything in it. But we did a wet cure on it. So
Did you do
sprayed it
footings
all
or
down.
anything for hoist?
Nope.
Oh, come on.
I know. I got a hoist right next door at my father-in-law's. So
No.
Yeah, but 2 is better than 1.
I know. I don't have room. Well, I got room for a hoist. I should say I don't because there's plenty of room. But it depends. It's built big enough so I can put my camper in if I want to and get it out of the
So
weather.
you're getting a hoist that can pick up a camper?
Yeah, I'll get those truck hoists. You know, it goes under each wheel and
There you go.
pick them up.
Well, at least if Kenyon kicks you out, you can park the camper in the shop side and you can sleep in there.
I keep telling everyone, which Kenyon is my wife. She is roaming around here with the dog because she had to bring me back some more Captain because I ran out. So I sent her over to the in-laws' house to get some more. But yeah, I keep telling her. I said, I know for sure we get this place done, and I'm out. She says we're too invested. My in-laws is probably 300 yards. So where we're at up here, we're on a seasonal road. I'm only an eighth of a mile off the pavement, probably, off the main road. And then you go up a little farther and it's my in-laws. But we are the only 2 houses on this mile stretch of seasonal road.
Now you got what, an hour and 10-minute drive to work every day?
Yeah, about an hour and 10 minutes. It's about 8 minutes, 10 minutes for me to get to the highway, and then it's pretty much highway the whole way. So,
You going to try and get Dad to move up there, too?
well, he's got a room up here, so he said if he decides to sell his house, he's going to move in. And I said, that's fine. I got an air mattress for him up here right now. I tried to get him to stay the night up here and have some cocktails. I said, we got working plumbing, we got running water, heat, Wi-Fi, and booze. So you might as well stay. But no, it's a great area. It's quiet. My wife, a bunch of her family lives up here close by, her cousins. So when I say, I'm going to head around the corner to the neighbors, it might be 5 miles away, but it's just around the corner.
Well, if I were to do anything again, it would be a barn door.
The big thing with it is the upkeep. There's very minimal maintenance on them. And, pre-election infection, it was probably a lot cheaper to build one of these, but now you're just right there with a stick-built ranch home, so.
Oh, if I was to do it again, I would do a barn though. I won't remodel another house.
The only
Remodeling
downside
a
I
house
see
is a
is
pain in the ass.
the only downside I see is no basement.
And we were talking about that last night as far as like tornado shelter with no basement. We're probably going to build a bunker at some point here in the near future, or bury something where we can get into it if we had to, just in case, a little bug out area.
Hey, shit, if you'd have planned it right, you could have set a couple of freaking shipping containers right underneath the house and done a bunker that way.
Well, and my wife's grandfather was in the excavating business his whole life, and he used to there were new septic tanks from his manhole provider, and they would cut windows in them and use them for hunting blinds, which I can't imagine touching off a 30-06 in a concrete enclosure. And the ring that would create. But we talked about
back in World War II. That was normal.
Exactly. So we talked about, there's a few of those up here still set up as hunting blinds. So where we're at, we bought 11 acres for my wife's grandmother. She's got 190 right here. So we talked about maybe burying one of those eventually. Make a little structure if we need it for any reason to come in the future. So
Unfortunately, the shipping containers don't work for that kind of thing as much as people think they do.
right.
They can't
And
be
another
super
thing
easy.
too, where we're at, we would have to probably bring some clay in because it's pure sand where we're at. So we'd probably have to bring a little clay in. Is the way I would do it is put a clay base down and then clay around it and then backfill over it. Just a little extra added security, you know.
Or if you want a comfy place for you to hang out, get one of those old refrigerated containers that
Yeah.
takes shore power.
Exactly. I'd probably get a reefer unit off a trailer, plumb her in, just have the
Bolt it
neighbor
right
guy
on the
deliver
wall of
some
the
diesel.
house.
Yeah, have the neighbor guy deliver me some diesel fuel and keep her running.
There
So
was a guy online that attached one of those to the side of his workshop. Cheap AC.
We use one for a freezer unit for our meat processing over to the farm.
Yep.
It's a Thermo King with a shore power. We don't ever run the diesel side of it. It just runs off of shore power.
my wife's cousin, that's what he's got a 26-foot box off a straight truck with a unit on it, and just needs a little bit of work. But we talked about doing that for deer for this next year. So
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, especially with the warmer hunting seasons we've had lately, you can't let them hang for very long because
no,
they get up too high in temperature.
so I mean, so that's been talked about, but no, it's coming together. The house had 2 final inspections of the 4 this week. Went good. Got to do the electrical inspection and the building inspector as the final for occupancy. So hopefully, electrical inspector's coming Tuesday, which it'll be after. Well, you guys might hear this before then, but yeah, everything's been going good. So we're just plugging away, and that's been a year-long project. But at the end of the day, we're probably 100,000 ahead doing it ourselves. So
Say it's coming along. That's the most important part. Is it's coming along. I know. A few months ago, you were quite frustrated with it.
yeah, I've been. It's like I said, it's been between working full time and doing this. It's every last minute is spent here. I mean, there's some weekends I might put another, between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I might put another 30, 35 hours in 3 days just working over here at this place, plus full-time work. So,
Work in quotes.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait a minute.
right.
We've all met you.
Sewing up at least. So, but at the end of the day, it's ours, and at the end of the day, we did it, so.
Yep.
So if you
Like
have
I said,
something go wrong, the only person to blame is
I mean, that's what the plumbing inspector said. He goes, you can say you did it, and he said at the end of the day, he said, if there's something you don't like with the plumbing or something leaks, he goes, you can yell at yourself.
I was gonna say, and there it goes with the design. You guys designed it. You don't like the design,
Yeah, but I think a barn door's easy to add to.
and
It is.
well, when you got the main structure and then you can just shift walls inside of it, it's a lot easier to work
Right,
that way.
because that's the biggest thing. Like, nothing's load-bearing interior-wise. There's no load-bearing walls anywhere.
not to
Everything
mention, even
on
if
the
you
outside.
wanted to add on to the overall structure, it's not hard to add on to a pole barn style building.
Take the steel off the end and
Yep.
keep going. If I want to add some more poles, some more trusses, and
Exactly. And, I mean, don't you have to take the steel off? Just put a hole through it for a pedestrian door or another garage door, and then have 2 divided sides. You can do one for cold storage and one for heated storage.
it's set up. It's set up for us to go out either end if we wanted to, the way we put it. So
Yeah.
I'm going to stop for a second and just say this is our first call in. I don't know how it's going to sound or how it's going to go. So we're going to listen to it Monday, Tuesday, whatever, and see how it sounds. Hopefully it's good.
It sounds fine on the preview, but
Okay.
I'd say you guys can. There's not too much background noise here, is there?
nope.
No,
You can tell you're in a pole barn, but
There's a little bit of echo, but
Yeah.
I think that also has to do with lag in the speaker and
that's enough for barndo talk and house talk. Let's talk fun stuff. Let's Amy, give me a huge list of questions. Do you want me to ask like 4 or 5 questions and we all answer them like we have been?
Sure.
Okay. I'll take off where we left off. If you had a time machine, what would you go back in time or visit the future, and why? You first.
come on, Alan, you're on the spot.
I know. I would. I'd go back pre-COVID to Trump era when shit was a hell of a lot better than it is now, for sure.
What I'm hearing is you want to relive COVID and Biden win the election. That's what I'm hearing.
Negative. No, I didn't vote for your president.
You didn't vote for Trump? I kind of figured.
No, it's just crazy how. I mean, not to bring my house up again, but my in-laws did one 5 years ago. I mean, it's smaller than this one, but a barndominium. And I go through their file and stuff and see what they paid for stuff compared to what I'm paying for stuff. You know, in 5 years, it well doubled in price.
Yep.
So,
When I built my barn, I'm glad I built it when I built it, because right away, prices, this thing probably would have been triple the cost.
yeah, even with this, from like the time I ordered my steel, I had it went up 50 cents a foot. Later on, when I needed some extra pieces here and there, you know. So,
What would you change, Ty?
Okay. Well, if I had a time machine, would I go back in time or visit the future? I would visit the future.
I want to at your age. You don't know how long you got.
No, I want to see where my kids are and how they're doing and if they're okay, and if there's something I could come back to current time and change for them to prevail, I would. But I want to see what they're doing. I think they're going to be okay. My kids are sharp for the most part. Sneaky's a hell of a shot. I think she'll be okay.
I was just say after that video you sent me today, I know one's going to be real good for sure.
The other one, he just don't give a shit. He's a hell of a shot, but he don't care. Anyway, that's what I would do. I would, you know, if I could do something right now that I could afford to set them up for success, say the housing, the retirement, the financial side of things, you know.
Get a hefty life insurance policy.
I got one.
that'll set them up.
Yeah.
How about you,
Should be
Moody?
saving a ton of money not running AC.
I'm not. She is.
Or heat. Well, probably back when famous document was written to get some clarification. Go back to when the second was written and be like, so, are there any exclusions to that?
Make sure it's.
I would
super
put in
clear.
there no
It is
ifs, ands,
right
or
here. It
buts.
is
No
right here.
freaking. There is no contestation of any part of it.
I have it right here. I will read it too.
Bear arms.
Amendment 2.
Automatic
A
or
well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That's it. Sorry. Anyway, what else you got, Moody?
Well, no, that's to go back. But, you know, if it was convenient time travel like a DeLorean, it'd be nice to see some old historic battles, like stay out, way out of the way. Just watch it. Like the shot heard around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Who really fired it?
Right.
Whose fault was it? I hope it's the Brits. Maybe it's some dude from the future went back there and was like, we got to start this shit right.
Yeah, right.
This guy's a real piece of shit.
Tax the T. All right, Trigger, you're up. I'll ask it again.
Moody stole my my Second Amendment correction and clarification and all that shit, and make sure that it cannot be ever contested, changed, anything. No ifs, ands, or freaking buts about it.
Shall not be
Hey,
infringed is pretty fucking clear.
You're forgetting. Democrats don't know how
Yeah,
to read.
and Democrats don't give a shit about that. They think that's null and void because it was only meant for hunting.
I know we're going through the questions on here right now, but let me pause for a minute and let's talk about this. Marjorie Taylor Greene, is that her name?
Yeah.
Once a year, the Declaration of Independence gets read out in the Congress Hall. She said almost no Democrats show up. No Democrats show up at all to read it.
Well,
they
they
take
don't-
turns. They take turns reading it, so one might read the first and the second. And
Well, they don't want that document.
exactly. The Republicans, and almost not even half of the Republicans show up to read it.
Well, half of the Democrats or half of the Republicans in Congress are
rhinos.
Rhinos. So, do you really expect much out of them?
But I think a couple other answers I would do. I would go back to the day Hitler was born. I would
Start a trust fund for him?
no, I would drown him when he popped out.
Is that your first beer?
Yeah.
There's a couple other wrinkle in times I would do.
Go back to when Biden was born. Start a trust fund.
Yep. Nope. I would drown him too.
No, I'd like to get back with Nancy Pelosi and follow all her stocks. Do you know there's an app you can download and put whatever amount of money you want in it, and it will buy whatever stock she buys.
And then
It
sell
buys
what
it
she
for you,
buys.
and then if she sells one, it automatically sells it too.
Really?
Fastest way to become a millionaire.
Yeah.
And that's with the app taking 50% cut.
So you can pick whoever you want, whatever politician you want to follow. But it could be Nancy Pelosi or whoever.
Hey, I got another guest here that just sat down. My wife Kenyon.
Hi,
Excuse
Kenyon.
me?
Hey, Kenyon.
Excuse me? Hi, boys.
Hello. How are you today?
boys.
Wow, put you right on the
just-
spot.
Yeah, he did. 100%.
Kenyon, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hear
if
me?
you had a time
Yep.
machine, would you go back in time or visit the future? And why?
And to win.
Oh, that's a good one. I would want to go back in the future. Or back in the past.
Back to
Maybe
the
I want to
future.
do both.
And we
Can I
thought
do
Alan
both?
was drinking.
Yeah, I would say the past.
Actually, you know what I thought of? Go back to when
What?
the Declaration of Independence was written and set term limits from the start.
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't know. Women didn't have a whole lot of rights back
You
then.
know, they did a couple things correct.
Cook food, took care of the babies.
Well, what would you do? What would you? You're going to go back in the past. But what and why?
Because our government needs to be fixed.
Well,
There's
yeah.
things that need to be changed.
The only people that don't agree with that are morons. Democrats.
So I really think if we went back and revisited the past, we wouldn't repeat ourselves. So
Hold on. Go back to the
Oh,
past.
history is-
Grab George Washington, bring him up, and be like, "Look at
Yeah.
what your vague document has caused."
Was it Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure when they
Yep.
grabbed all the fucking?
Yep. But they grabbed Lincoln.
They grabbed a couple people. They grabbed Napoleon too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Socrates and
no, don't bring Napoleon into this.
So Amy wrote a bunch of questions out for us to ask for podcast questions, and that was the first one. I'm going to hit like 4 or 5 tonight and then go from there. The next one is, if you had to rename yourself, what would it be? I'm going to give you guys a break. I'm going to go with Trigger first on this one. If you had to rename yourself, what would it be?
hell.
Trigger.
Shut up, jackass.
You know what? I'll do this real quick. I kind of fancy a Roman name like Biggest Dickus.
Wow, what a coincidence.
Oh shit.
I was going to go back to the old Indian name, Chief Poctopus.
I haven't done that yet today.
Let the cat run away. Oh, hell, I don't even know. I've never really thought about it.
Some of these questions are pretty good, and
A good 007 female name.
or an Austin
that would be-
Powers female name.
I mean, like Austin Powers, a lot of vagina.
I think she gave up.
She did. She's out of here.
Okay, Goose. If you had to rename yourself, what would it be?
Oh man, I don't know. I got a pretty good name, so I'm named after both my grandfathers, but
Alan.
I don't know. What was that?
Alan Len.
No. I don't know. Probably I might change it to my dad's name, honestly.
Become a junior.
Yeah. Everyone knows the old man, and
Well, that and everyone that you work with calls you junior, anyways, right?
absolutely. So
Not everybody. I've never called him Junior.
no,
You
he's
call him asshole.
Trigger has called me
Trigger
a
has
lot
been
of
mad.
stuff, honestly.
My old
But,
man has the same name as yours.
Yep.
No, but most people don't know my old man's real name, though.
We could be Ron squared.
You could be Ron 2.0.
I could. I don't look like him, so
Shit.
Really?
You do look kind of like the milkman.
I'd definitely call horse shit on that
he
one.
used to be a milkman actually, so that works out good.
So was I. Moody, what would you?
Yeah, Roman, biggest dickest.
Okay, funny. That's funny. All right,
That's true too.
that was the second one.
I'm hung for an ant.
For short, you call him Big D.
Here's a good one. If you had to work but didn't need the money, what would you choose to do?
If they would let me drink beer on the line, McDonald's. Dude, flipping burgers all day long, drinking beer, getting paid for it. And if your boss pisses you off, you know what? Fuck you, I'm out of here.
Well, I mean, you still have to go find something else because it says if you had to work, you'd have to go somewhere else after that.
But you don't need the money. So it
Burger
doesn't matter
King.
what you make. So, your boss pisses you off. Some little 18, your son, covered in acne. Can you just stop drinking beer? Go fuck yourself. I'm out of here. Your kid would
That one wasn't
break
supposed
out
to
in
have pickles
tears.
on it.
Your kid would break out in tears if he was trying to manage a line and someone told him to go fuck himself.
The masses bitch about McDonald's getting the orders wrong already. Can you imagine if Moody fucking worked there?
Oh, you didn't want pickles? Here's extra.
Yeah, I rubbed my pickle across it while I was
Here's
at it.
nothing
Right,
but
yeah.
pickles.
We always talk about us chucking our food back through the window. He'd be standing at the counter chucking it out the drive-through window. I was gonna say, I think for me, if I had to work,
But you didn't need the money, so it was
but I
just
didn't need the
You
money,
just had to be somewhere for...
I would be a truck
Before.
driver because it doesn't take brains or effort.
I just disconnected
Oh, battery died.
on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, is he still with us?
Yeah,
I can
he's
still hear.
on.
I can still hear you guys.
Okay.
He can still hear us.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Let's do this instead. Ah.
Battery died in our dongle. Can you hear us? All right.
Ah.
can't hear you good now, but I can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, the battery died in the dongle thingamajig.
His biggest dick has died.
Yeah. My dingly dangly thing died on me.
Well, we'll just finish this one and then we'll cut Alan off and we'll do it again another night.
With a full charge.
Yeah. Trigger, what was yours? If
I would be a
if
truck.
you had
I would be a truck driver. Doesn't take brains or effort. Don't do much work.
That's what I said about being a mechanic.
No, if I had to work but didn't need the money, To be honest, I would work at an auto parts store or something.
All right, Goose, what about you?
I'd probably run equipment, moving dirt. Run an excavator or dozer, just doing the thing.
I mean, if you drive truck wrong enough, you can move a bunch of dirt.
I know.
Seen it happen many a times.
I try to get people not to do that.
Well, you could become a ship captain.
Yeah, that's
Move a bunch of steel.
Hey, he can move bridges with that ship.
Well, yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't think I could do the excavator work. I mean, he already drove by my house the other day and commented about my dirt work in my front yard.
I did. He's got some. I know we didn't get a lot of snow this year, but definitely plowed some stuff.
Oh, I chewed the shit out of that freaking yard.
I did too. So
I thought he was building berms around his driveway.
Times are getting hard, and if it keeps on the way it is, there's going to be a big berm all the way around the house. But no, that was not a start to one
Yet.
all right, Goose, let's do this again when we got a full charge, man.
Or we could do it in person.
Yeah, do it in person. You're almost done.
We're working on that. We get this place done. We can get the venture out again. So.
Sounds
All right,
good.
have a great evening.
You as well?
Yeah.
See you, Goose.
See ya.
Ah.
So let's hope that worked out.
Yeah.
We still good? Okay. Let's hope that worked out.
Some of it at times it sounded good. Some of it sounded real low. So I'm not.
The headphones still plugged in?
They're plugged in, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter? Okay. I didn't know if it did. Anyway, where are we at on time?
52.
We'll do a couple more questions, or one. We had three of them. I didn't
You okay,
answer.
old
I didn't
man?
answer that one.
I just nailed the bar with my knee.
Fucking Mr. Geriatric over here.
Oh, you're
Can you hand
damn
me
right.
the fan, by the way? That heater was going way too damn long.
It's hot as fuck up here.
I am freaking sweating.
You always got hoodies on. I don't.
I don't have a hoodie
So
on.
if you had to work but didn't need the money, what would you choose to do? Straight guy only porn.
I think
I'd be a great porn star.
I think males have to start out in the gay scene before
No,
they can go
I don't
straight.
think so. No, I don't think so.
If you didn't need the money, you could probably try amateur. Record it yourself.
I would, yeah. One more.
Solo masturbation scenes.
Lonesome trucker.
Someone's
All the
gonna think
videos
it's
get returned.
someone-
Please delete these.
No, you put it online, but someone's gonna think it's Asian.
Dude, I can't. Yeah, you're right.
Just like the Hangover. What is that?
This is a good one for you two, especially because you two eat at fast food joints almost exclusively. It seems. I don't know. I guess not exclusively, but enough. Way more than I ever do.
This is the first time I've had anything out of my.
And you said it was good. It should have been because it says "yummy" right on it. Literally.
See, he can read freaking Chinese.
Oh, thank you.
And we're canceled.
If you could close one fast food chain due to disgusting food, what would it be? If you could close
Arby's.
one. What? I love Arby's.
The only thing Arby's has going for it is curly fries. The last time I got Arby's, I got one of those roast beef and cheddar sandwiches.
Oh,
Hold on. I picked it up. It was dripping grease right out the bottom.
Their roast beef is what they're known for. However, it's like the worst thing they have. I don't get that. Why?
that gelatinous cheese they put on those beef and cheddars is nasty. That ain't even. I don't even know
Really?
how they can consider that cheese.
The market fresh sandwiches, I really like those.
Hold on. Velveeta is considered cheese, so
Oh, I know, and that's a
the
gelatinous
definition's
shit
pretty
too.
loose.
The short version is you'd close Arby's.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you? Mine's going to be a bigger, wider berth of.
I was gonna say, to be honest, McDonald's.
I like
They
like their breakfast stuff.
But they really mismanaged it, though. Every one of them's mismanaged. Every one of them can't get an order correct.
I'll take it a step further. Everyone's overpriced. Outrageously overpriced.
That's every
Okay,
that's
that's
every
the thing.
restaurant these days.
And you know, I enjoy breakfast food. That's no.
No, you enjoy breakfast food singular. One of them.
No.
That took me a second. I'm like, duh.
I enjoy
Here's
breakfast.
artery slamming shut again.
Hey. We'll talk about that here in a second.
He's breathing heavier just thinking about it.
Back here when they had breakfast all day.
Yeah, I love that.
Loved it because I could go through there and get a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit or whatever. It was freaking fantastic.
Their
I don't
steak,
want
egg,
any
and
of the
cheese.
greasy ass burgers.
Much like you, I'm a breakfast guy. I love breakfast.
Their steak, egg, and cheese, you have to request to get it on a biscuit here. Others have it by default on a biscuit option.
Really?
Oh, it's always been on a freaking
Bagel.
here.
But you can get it on a biscuit, which I prefer instead of a bagel. But the steak, egg, and cheese, you ain't going to like this. Biscuit has comes with sauteed onions.
Okay.
A couple onions on there. I think it really adds to it.
I was gonna say
You
they
ain't
used to
gonna
do
like
that
that
on a
type.
freaking. They used to come that way on a freaking bagel.
It does.
Okay.
It's the same thing. They just put it on a biscuit
Okay, I was
instead.
gonna say I have no problems with sauteed onions. Sauteed mushrooms I fucking hate.
That being said, though, have you had the Taco Bell breakfast?
Yes.
The Bell box?
Oh no, I have not had that. I like the breakfast
It's a
crunch
$5
wraps.
box with breakfast crunch wrap. You choose the meat.
Yep.
2 Cinnabon Delights, which is the Cinnabon things, and then a hash brown, which is larger than the McDonald's
Yeah.
one and not as greasy.
Shit, they're like 3 by 5 inches, where the freaking Mickey D's ones are like 2 inch by 4 inch.
If the package of the Mickey D's hash brown didn't have a bottom in it, it would go.
Well, I mean the bags
Try the
normally
Bell
drip
box.
grease.
Oh, dude, right.
It's freaking terribly.
Try the Bell box.
The
I smashed
I
a
did
couple
the
of those.
Burger King breakfast yesterday morning. The 2 for $5 plus I added hash browns, which I probably
Okay.
should have skipped on the hash browns because they
What do
were
you mean,
usually they're
probably?
nice and crispy and like good. These were dripping grease. I'm like,
I don't know,
these out real quick.
There's something funny with their oil grease that they fry them in, that they make them those
It's a year old.
discs. They make them freaking. They taste a little funky. So I
year
don't
old.
normally get them, but I like the softness of the croissants.
Croissants?
Yeah.
Croissants? I thought that was a Wendy's thing.
No, that's what Burger King croissant witches for breakfast
I
sandwiches.
think Wendy's has those
Wendy's
too.
has croissants also. I like Wendy's croissants. Those are
Okay,
they're
so
a little bit
I've been better-
a little bit more dense than the Burger King ones are a little bit more flaky.
the Wendy's ones, I've gotten the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, or sausage, egg, and Swiss, and sometimes it comes with a tiny dollop of the Swiss squeezy stuff, and other times it is a heaping
Gushing out.
pile of it. And it's like, dude, some consistency would be nice.
I think they sometimes they put it on like Burger King does with all the freaking condiments on a Whopper. That's why they call them a slopper.
That's
And
funny.
it just freaking drips every freaking direction. You take a bite and half the condiments come out the freaking bottom.
yeah.
Well, that's kind of every breakfast sandwich. The egg oozes out one side or the other. Mine would be the wider berth of all Chinese food. I know you guys had Chinese
Racist
food, tonight,
little
but you
fuck.
no. I delivered these restaurants.
Yeah, we've heard about the meat bucket.
Yes,
I've delivered
I think, and I've said it before, so I'm not going to reiterate it on here. But just close them all because they are absolutely fucking disgusting.
I'm Thai. I'm too good for Chinese food.
It's too good for anything other than pizza and lunch meat.
Dude, I'll eat a frozen Tostino's pizza
Yeah, pizza
Every day.
and lunch meat.
every day before I eat Chinese food, especially on one of them restaurants. They're disgusting. So that was mine.
So
Before
a
we,
coworker the other day had one of your Roma pizzas.
yeah,
Told that person the proper way to eat a Roma pizza.
don't
You
cut
cook
it.
it,
Throw it in the trash.
then you take the cardboard off from under it, and you flip the pizza over onto the cardboard. You let the grease drain into the cardboard. You throw the pizza away and you eat the cardboard.
No, those are good, man.
Oh, and I was going to tell you about. You guys want to make your little slang comments about my bacon?
Oh yeah. We're not gonna stop.
My dinner on Wednesday was a pound of bacon.
Jesus, dude.
Only a pound? Is that all you had in the house?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Sorry, thawed out in the house. Okay.
Dude,
No bread, no carbs, nothing. I just ate bacon.
Oh, so he's on the keto diet. All meat, no carbs.
well, shout out to Nicole and her new boyfriend, Jeremy. He's on a carnivore diet, which is working out really well for him. He's lost like 20-some pounds already. They brought me this gigantic bottle of Crown and Amy a bunch of seltzers. That's a big fucking bottle.
God damn.
Yeah,
Holy
dude.
shit!
Yeah, dude.
Not a half gallon?
That might be a whole gallon. I mean, I don't know yet.
It was about a half. How many ounces?
Jesus. She's got some girth to her. Oh my God, dude.
Was it 64 is a half
1.75 liters. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's half
80
gallon.
proof.
40%.
Shout out to them for hooking it. I mean, it was our Christmas present. They didn't have to do that. I was surprised, but thank you. Thank you.
One big issue with that. It's Canadian. Fuck the Canadians.
Well, it's not stored in barrels or aged, I think is their thing. I can't remember what their thing is. Yeah, fuck those Chinese restaurants. Sorry, we love them. Before we take off on break, I'm going to read this page because we are...
You going to read the amendment that I think needs to be revoked? 19th.
19th? Oh, let's see. I don't know what the one that is.
I think it's 19th.
I'll just read the first page. The first through third amendment. The third one's kind of weird. It was perfect for that time when they wrote it. Amendment 1. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Freedom of speech.
Hold on. What was the last couple sentence?
And to petition the government for a redress of grievances.
That. Like January 6th.
Yeah. Amendment 2 I read already, but I'll hit it again because we love it. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Amen.
Shall not be infringed.
Hold on. They need to add one word. Period. Dot.
It's got a period.
No. The word. Like,
Yeah.
it has a period at the end of the sentence, then write period.
Dude,
Yeah.
I hate the fact they think they can contest it and it only goes for hunting rifles and whatever. It was not put in there because of hunting rifles. It was put in there for, never mind.
So Amendment 3 is a old-timey one, for sure. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law.
I got an idea. One segment a week. We'll just do one amendment at a time. We'll keep a segment targeted on one.
I'm good with that.
One. That way, we're only dedicating a week.
This book that we like so much, I got another one yesterday. I'll bring it back out here. We can have two of them.
Let me see that real quick.
Yep.
Let me.
The place I bought my carburetor, I overpaid for my carburetor for my scooter. They have them. They said, you got a stack of them for free. So I grabbed another one.
Let's find the one.
Full Arm Recycle. That's the one that Hendrix loves so much.
No, not that one. Oh, I'm trying to find the one.
Did you leave there needing a master cylinder and 4 seals and all that?
That's why I'm only a parts guy. Let's go to break. You find it while we're on break. Want to do that?
Oh, that's not the one I thought it was. All right. Yeah, let's go on break.
I need a drink.
Here's to those that wish us well.
All the rest can go to hell.
All right.